Canadians will not have Justin Trudeau to kick around much longer, as Canada's first drama teacher and accomplished cosplayer announced he'll be resigning as head of the ruling Liberal Party amid collapsing poll numbers and a rebellion in his own party because of those collapsing poll numbers. This means Justin is now a lame duck caretaker prime minister until the party chooses a new leader, with Parliament suspended in the meantime, meaning for the first time in 9 long years, Canadians are safe from their federal government. That new leader is likely to be his wacky finance minister, Christine Freeland, a turncoat famous for calling COVID a, quote, window of political opportunity, and dismissing Canada's depression-level incomes and home prices as a, quote, vibe session. Now, once the caretaker is in office, they'll set an election date under Canada's rules that has to come by October, but it will probably come sooner since a majority of Parliament said they will back a motion of no confidence, meaning the government collapses and they need new elections. So what did Trudeau in, of course, was his economic clown show and wholesale population replacement. I've mentioned how Trudeau put Canadians on West Virginia wages with San Francisco home prices. In major cities in Canada, the average mortgage costs up to 70% of household income. Canada's had the worst economic growth out of 50 developed economies since 2019, with wages flat since 2016. That's 8 lost years. Justin has been in power for 9 years. Now, as recently as 2011, Canadians actually earned more than Americans. After just 9 years of Trudeau, they make a third less. Meanwhile, that household debt in Canada is nearly 50% higher than in the U.S. Now, Trudeau did all this essentially by exploding government spending, effectively taking over the rest of the economy. To illustrate, the 2 years before Trudeau, federal deficits were $1.5 billion. In the last 2 years, they were close to $50 billion. Nearly 40% of Canadians now draw their paycheck from government, either as a government worker or a welfare case. And then, of course, the immigration. So in the past 2 years alone, Canada admitted almost 2 million immigrants. That's equivalent to 15 million in U.S. terms. So at that rate, Native Canadians will be a minority in just 7 years. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com, and an article that colorfully referenced Justin Trudeau, as in poop, before it was fixed. Bloomberg noted that Justin is yet another domino to fall in a worldwide left-wing collapse. So Justin now joins Rishi Sunak in Britain, Japan's LDP, Macron in France, who held on by making a deal with communists, Schultz in Germany, who's due in February, and of course our own zombie president, you probably forgot about him, and Biden's joyful sidekick. In recent videos, I've talked about these big, beautiful dominoes falling as the globalist left-wingers fail to deliver jobs, incomes, inflation, and public safety. A recent analysis by the Financial Times found that last year, every single incumbent government in a developed country lost vote share. That's the first time that happened since 1900. FT called it a, quote, crisis of confidence in democracy. But of course, it's the opposite. The people are rising up and tossing out the bums in favor of politicians who serve the people, not the elite. It is democracy. And so here is to many more tossed bums in 2025. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.